Houston. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Carolina Panthers and the Houston Texans. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Swift. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Now here's a throw that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Brian Burns able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay, because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. There's a nice move. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
We've got this.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back to Taylor on first down. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On second down, it's Taylor. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And now we see Bryant yet to pop up. Still down following that play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Able to fight through one tackle. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Houston. Pretty good play by both the thrower and the catcher there, Charles. 3rd down, showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And what I liked about the play was his receiver's understanding that everything wasn't on time back in the pocket. Rhythm was off a little bit. He adjusted.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards, and the result, a Houston touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. 2nd and 7. Running left, Taylor. And this time they were ready for him. Scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Matt Rule, a risk taker in college, going for it. On 4th down, Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Texans defense stands tall. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it, because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Well, that was big right there, because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Back to throw now on 1st down. This is caught by Williams. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. Looking to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
This is caught, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DK Metcalf, as the first half is winding down, and the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first two quarters.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw here. That's complete to Lazard. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll look to throw now on first down. That's complete right side to Lazard. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. The 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Go, boy.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action from the 6. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a throw here to his running back. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for...
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So here are the Panthers set to take over. Trying to erase the memory of last week when they dropped one to the Minnesota Vikings. They're in the driver's seat right now with the lead. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Watson. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And they will score. Pick 6 for the Texans TD. Extra point now by Boswell. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. Takes it at the 7. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Second down and 4. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On second down now, it's Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now it's Watson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back now in Houston, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The Panthers on 3rd down. 6 conversions in 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 4. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Watson off play action. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
2nd and 4. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Allen Lazard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Complete at the 1. And he'll be tackled short of the goal line. But there is a flag down. Let's see what the call is here. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
They'll look to throw.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
A run there on 1st down gets him a yard to the 26. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Tim Settle, the Virginia Tech Hokie, in there on the stop. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Texans are right back in this football game. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak
like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. It's complete, Lazard. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that's caught by Williams. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. And he's taken down inside the 30. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make it a 2nd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people watching this one right here gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
So Deshaun Watson in the offense. Down by a field goal, 24 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. To throw, Watson. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there for Carolina. Watson. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring.
Salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean and you either float or you sink. Moment of truth, credit check, you not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look, salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion, it's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, I'm politicking, probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all go, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me. I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse. Disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest. The real ones can vouch. They thought I was done, but all I got, you gotta play my next around.